Hello and welcome back to the FPL Tom YouTube channel, and we are live rating some of your Club World Cup drafts ahead of match day one. Of course, if you want to get yourself involved with that one, head over to my Twitter at FPL Tom, and you will see one of my recent posts, does say that, I'll be rating drafts live, and you can leave them under that tweet, and we're going to pretty much do as many as we possibly can in today's. I think we probably should be able to get through everybody's draft who sent them in already. Of course, if you are watching now and haven't already sent it in, I would recommend getting them in ASAP so we can try and get through as many as possible. If we don't manage to get through them all, I'll probably reply to the ones that I don't on Twitter and just give my feedback there. Otherwise, we might potentially do one of these streams later in the week. If you want to see that as well, make sure you're liking, letting me know in the comment section, and of course hitting that subscribe button as well, because there is going to be plenty of Club World Cup content coming your way over the next week. Obviously, building up to the tournament, we're going to do a deadline stream next Saturday evening as well. So lots of good stuff coming your way in terms of Club World Cup content. Of course, as well, if you don't fancy just getting your team rated, you just want to ask me some questions, that is completely fine as well. You can ask me as many questions in the chat as possible. And again, we'll try and answer as many as we can during today's stream. So yeah, there you go. Obviously, go and join my mini league as well. It is the pinned comment. You can also join with the auto link below. We actually have one of the most popular mini leagues for numbers, so it'd be great to kind of, hit the 1,000 mark and definitely have one of the top leagues. It would be good to see. And what do you think of my new glass, by the way? Some daisies on it. Oh, very nice. Right, we've got the water. We've got people in the stream. I think we should probably start doing some drafts. Let's have a look what we've got kicking off in the chat first, though. Raphael asks, do I do my 12th man with Musiala or Mbappe this game week, or Mbappe next? Good question. I think I'd probably want to have Mbappe in the team already, so probably would maybe look at Musiala for 12th man. Again, though, there's a big doubt around whether or not he's actually going to play. Obviously, didn't really feature too much towards the back end with an injury. So yeah, not great. I'm max captain in match day 1, then 12th man Mbappe match day 2. Interesting strategy. I like it. Who knows says, hey man, how you doing? Antonio says, hey Tom, no one talks about Alberto Costa. For me, he is the ultimate hidden gem. Is he the one who plays for Sundowns, right? I think he's the one who plays for Sundowns. I've got him currently in my Bet365 team as well. So he's in that one. So I think it's because we've got really, really good midfielders. But yeah, he could be a decent shout for match day 1 if you're planning on wildcarding in match day 2, or obviously like me, going to take plenty of hits heading into match day 2 as well. I'm unsure when to use the 12th man on Haaland match day 1 or match day 2. I think match day 1 is probably the better shout for me. I think match day 2 is the better way to go for max captain. There's so many good games where there's like decent games all on one day where you could really look at it. Juventus, okay, I haven't heard of him. 4 million. Oh, we'll definitely go and have a look at him then. Class. This is the thing with this game. I know a lot of players and I've done a lot of due diligence, but we'll have a look at him because he definitely could be a decent option at 4 million. Maybe one to look at. Hey Tom, what do you think of John, 4.6 million goalkeeper from Botafogo, only 0.6, and he's been keeping some clean sheets. Maybe just a game week 1 punt. Yeah, it probably would just be one for game week 1. Again, if you're wildcarding in match day 2, I know that's the plan that Fran is going for. If you're thinking about maybe doing that, that could be a pretty decent strategy to go for. Again, I really like the goalkeepers under 5%. I think that's a great move, to be honest. Again, you're going to be trying to get that additional 2 bonus. Again, goalkeeper is such a low scoring position. If you can then get yourself an extra 2 bonus for them just doing their jobs, hey ho, it's worth it. EFL Fantasy Josh, he's posting some good stuff over on Twitter as well. Make sure to go and check him out. He says, hey Tom, loving the content, mate. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Luke's in the chat, one of our channel moderators. He says, good morning, afternoon, and night. Yep, this is the beauty of this game. There are so many people coming from different time zones, aren't there? How are you rating the teams? Like, where can I send my team to? Very good point, my friend. Let's load it up for you. If you come to my Twitter, right here. So at FPLTom _. If you come to my Twitter, drop me a follow because sometimes they don't pull through if you don't follow me. And then come to either this tweet right here, live now, come get your CWC drafts rated, or the main one itself where a lot of people have already chucked us in. We've already got 24 to review in today's stream. If you want to just whack it in here, that'd be pretty decent, to be honest. So yeah, that's the place to do it. I'll give you another like few minutes for people that are just joining to get your draft sent in ASAP, and then we'll get cracking, I guess. Wait, is there a chance Musiala gets ready for match day 1? I just shuffled my team to get him out. There is still that opportunity. Like, he's been in light training for over a month. There's a very real possibility that he could be playing in match day 1. If you don't have X, maybe just whack it in the chat and we'll see what we can do. But yeah, X is probably where we're going to be doing well, we are going to be doing all the team ratings on today. We're going to be doing them all on X. By the way, guys, if you are liking the stream, be sure to actually like it. It does push it out to more people, which is exactly what we want to see. If we could try and get to 50 likes on today's stream, I think that's a pretty achievable goal and something that will make it worth my afternoon. Let's put it that way. So yeah, 50 likes. Let's see if we can do it. And we'll start doing some drafts in a second. Yeah, put it in the chat. I'll try and get around to it if I can. This is currently how my team's lining up. I've obviously done a little bit more shuffling since the video I posted yesterday, because that was filmed on Friday. I've done a little bit more shuffling. So I've taken Musiala out and I've brought in Gnabry. And the reason that I've done that is I do think Gnabry will play. It looks like Coman and Sane are probably on their way out of the club. So I think that means that Gnabry is just going to play within this buy-in side. And what it allows me to do is actually bring in De Gregor, who's got two really, really good fixtures in Al Ain and Casablanca. If we look at the 11-5 model, the betting models, they're all fancying Juve to do quite well over the opening two in terms of clean sheets. Obviously, with my strategy, I'm wildcarding in match day 3, so I've not got to worry about the City game. He'll be out of the side. And the beautiful thing is, he's currently under 5% selected. If he goes above 5% selected, we'll look at other goalkeepers. But for now, under 5% selected, so has that opportunity to go and get 2 extra points as well. Same with Gnabry, who we've bought in, 2.1% selected. I do think he'll start this game against Auckland. He will be coming out. We will be taking a -6. Reminder that it's not a -4 in this game. It is just a -3. So already a 25% saving on points for every hit that you want to take. And the beautiful thing is, I think there's going to be some massive upside scores. So I probably would be looking to take hits quite frequently, especially across the group stage. I think it's going to be worth it. So play a little bit aggressive. And that's definitely what we've done with this side. So yeah, that's currently how the team is lining up. And I'm pretty happy with it. Mbappe has Al Hilal in match day 1, worth going without him. I know it's a really difficult fixture, but the betting markets are still fancying Madrid. And I think the fact that he's one of the highest owned players would also probably maybe sway me away from just not taking him out of the side. Like, if he goes off, that could be your season pretty much over, to be honest. Guirassy, yeah, I've had Guirassy in here. I've toyed around with Guirassy, but the drafts look a lot better without him. So the reason we've gone no Guirassy as well is a lot of their data for match day 1 doesn't look as good. He could be definitely an option that we look to at match day 2, but I think I'm probably going to lean more towards Pavlidis. But yeah, he's currently a player that I've tried to find a way to get him in here, and I just can't seem to build a team that I'm overall happy with having Guirassy in. I think this is their hardest game against Fluminense. I still think they'll do quite well, but looking at some of the betting markets and projected goal numbers, it's a little bit lower than some of the other teams we're going to be targeting, so I think we'll do that. Right, let's do who knows first, because he can't get Twitter, so we'll do his first before we move on. Armani, De Gregor, Rayson, DeMarco, Dumfries, Stanix, Moric. Aldoswari, I think, could be an interesting pick from match day 2 onwards. And like I said, I probably would be quite aggressive with my hits. So I would say I would take out Pavlidis, I can't pronounce it, but the Benfica midfielder, and Aldoswari, because they've all got better fixtures in match day 2. They'd be all players I would be looking to bring in for match day 2. I think there's a real lack of, like, probably got to be triple buy-in. the really quad buy-in maybe. I think for this Auckland fixture has to just be done, especially from an attacking standpoint. I think maybe like, you know, no Chelsea in there either is a little bit like, yeah. I just think you can play this game a lot more aggressive than FPL. I don't think you have to set it up for like longer periods. You can kind of just go, that week's good. It's only a -3 hit. Like, you've already got 2 free transfers, so you wouldn't want to take Garassi out. But like Alderweireld, Pavlidis, are they going to do, you know, that well against Real Madrid and Boca? I'm a little bit hesitant. I think there's probably better players, so I'd maybe switch it up, be a little bit more aggressive in match day 2 with a hit. Mbappe versus Al Hilal over Haaland versus Wydad, one of the lowest ranked teams in the entire tournament. Yeah, I get that, and that's why I've got Haaland as my 12th man, and probably a strategy that I would recommend for a lot of people as well. Have Haaland as the 12th man, because I do think he is the best City asset. There aren't too many other ones that I would be looking at. But yeah, I just think you need maybe Mbappe. Like, Mbappe's a player I want for match day 2 as well. Haaland, again, I would like him for match day 2, but I think Mbappe's got that bigger upside in him for match day 2. No worries. Right, when you do send me your teams, guys, as well, make sure to let me know your strategies. So we've had even more sent in. Wonderful stuff. Thank you very much for sending all of these in, guys. Massively appreciate you. Like I said, drop me a follow over on Twitter just to make sure these do filter in as well. Let's start off then. Taking a look at the teams that have been sent in. Can you guys see this? Yeah, you can see this. Cool. First one has been sent in by FPL Mulby. He has got the 12th man active. Sandro, Hakimi, Sevenson, Marco. Okay, Dembele, it was reported yesterday, is probably going to miss the group stages, so that would be already one player I would drop. Neuer as the buy-in goalkeeper. I don't know what his ownership is. What's Neuer's ownership? What is his ownership? If it's under 5, I don't mind it. If it's above 5, yeah, I probably would be looking elsewhere. It's over 5. I think there's better value for money in terms of goalkeepers. So yeah, take Dembele out. Probably I wouldn't have Neuer. And I've spoke about Pavlidis. It's not a bad fixture, but there's definitely better players in game week 1. Like I said, with it only being a -3 hit, I think you've got to be a little bit more aggressive. Michael Norman's team, he says differentials and some players that were differential. Yes, definitely. Eric Dyer has left. He's joined Monaco, so he'll be one that you need to take out of your team. I don't know anything about Torres, so that's a good start. Bastoni, I would maybe be trying to see if there's a better Inter defender under 5 million that you could potentially go for there. I like Svensson as a pick. I don't think Donnarumma's the best goalkeeper pick either, with their opening fixture being quite a tough one. I think there's a lot better, cheaper goalkeepers out there, so I'd look at that one. Abby Johnson, she said, this is my current draft. I've been making changes to it every day. Still not 100% happy with it. Wait, we're all in that position. Boom. This is a good draft. This is a tasty draft. I like this. I like the Rossi pick, under 5%. Sommer's decent. Locatelli, what's his numbers like this season? Yeah, Jamie's just summed it up really well in the chat. He said hits only cost him 3 points, plus every type of return gets an extra point, meaning that hits are far easier to justify than usual. 100% hits the nail on the head, does Jamie there. I hope you've sent your team in, mate. I do apologise, I missed it in the video. I was literally just trying to get it out and sorted. So yeah, that was all I was doing for that one, mate. Let me have a look at Locatelli's numbers, because I think there probably is going to be a better option, in my opinion, in that midfield slot. What's he been doing this season? Where's the team overview? Can you just show me the team overview, please? No, okay. Where is he? Locatelli is also injured. Expected back early June. 2 goals, 2 assists. Yeah, there's definitely better midfielders that you can pick there for 5.6. Let's have a look what you could maybe go for. Price. Can I filter it by price? No, I can't. I've just got to scroll down. Cool. Right, 5.6. Who are we dealing with? Alderweireld could be a decent option for match day 2 onwards. Who else have we got down here? that could be decent. Trying to see if there's any names that I immediately have looked at who I think could be decent. Again, there's probably some like Brazilian players or someone that I'm missing here that if you do know any other cheap ones, may be worth potentially taking a look at. Who's the guy from the Egyptian side who could be definitely worth a look at? Where's he at? Where's he gone? I know he's down here somewhere. Here he is. Iman Ushur could be worth maybe taking a look at. He might be a better pick than Locatelli, whose numbers just look pretty poo across the board, to be honest. They don't look great. Yeah. Or maybe try and find a little bit of money and free up for potentially a little bit more of an expensive midfielder. So if we start heading into the 1 million more, gets you Lucas Ribeiro Costa, a pick I really, really like. Ulsan HD in the opening game, under 5% as well. I think he's a better pick than Locatelli. Who else have we got down here? Pascal Gross could also be a better pick for 1 more million, if you can find that. Who else have we got around here? Vitinha at 6.1 is probably even a better pick. If you can really stretch it, this would be the guy that I'd recommend picking up. If you haven't already got him, you have. But yeah, I definitely think there's some better options within that midfield that you could go for there. 1.4 million in the bank. 1.4 million in the bank. Match day 2, Parma to Dembele. 1 additional fixture using Max Captain. Dembele, by the way, might be out for the group stages. It's looking likely that he could be out for completely the group stages. Could be diddled. So yeah, I probably would not have Dembele in any of my plans. I originally had him, but yeah, it looks like he could miss out. Parma to Dembele. Parma probably to like Kvaratskhelia now. Max Captain, I like it. It's a pretty decent all-round team, to be honest. Yeah, don't mind that as a team. Set piece heavy. Very, very set piece heavy. Jesus. Telles, Neuer. Again, Neuer I'm not a big fan of as a pick. Only one Bayern attacker in here as well does feel a little bit not quite for me personally. I think definitely we need to be looking at more. A player playing against Chelsea? No. Yeah. A player playing against Dortmund? No. I think the way that this tournament lines up is you need to be looking at, of course, targeting those weaker fixtures. That's going to be the way to play this game and the way to win this game, in my opinion. What's happening in the chat? People are blowing it up saying Mbappe goal. People asking, was it a good goal? Let's have a look. Mbappe goal. Already scoring goals, eh? Tchouaméni assist. Ooh, very nice. If there is any more goals in that game, please do let us know in the comments. Wonderful. Kolo Muani on pens after Locatelli. There we go then. I think Kolo Muani could be a decent pickup as well. After CWC, there we go. He's an easy out then. He is an easy out. And we spoke about this with Fran. I think you know, you make a good point about the tackle points. He's done a lot of kind of digging into those tackle points. And he just said it's not going to be worth it as a metric just solely picking a player for the tackle points alone. So, yeah, I probably would maybe have a little bit of a rethink around it. Touch in the box, cut inside, post and back. Fair enough, Jamie. Fair enough. Maybe we need to have a look at ours. I think we've got Svensson in there currently just because he's under 5% and could be a decent option. Right, let's move on then. We've got lots to get through. Axel sent his team in. Heavy on the Benfica. I don't think is ideal for the opening match day, in my opinion. Again, I probably need to understand what chips people are planning on playing as well. But yeah, triple Benfica. Bit risky. This is a good team. I like this as a team. This is really, really good. Gatti, I'm not 100% sure his minutes are going to be 100%. Kelly's look a lot more secure and also under 5%, so you can swap him out if you needed to. But yeah, the rest of the team, I'm liking the look of that. That looks decent. This is my draft currently. Not sure about the final defensive spot. Don't think I probably would go double PSG defense. It's not the easiest opening fixture for them. I think there's probably better picks to be going for. Yeah, that's kind of where I sit on that one. Obviously, Marquinhos being under 5% is great, but yeah, there's probably better picks in my opinion that you can go for. And again, having both River Plate goalkeepers is a waste of time. Oh no, where's your goalkeeper? Why is it that way round? Never mind. Ignore me. Jonah says, as it stands, triple Dortmund. Like, their group is very, very good, and I do understand that. Captain and Messi as well over Kane. Ooh. I guess, though, you can swap, right? I think the rules basically mean you can swap. So, yeah. I think that pretty much you can swap. But yeah, Messi for the opening game. Will he do something? We'll have to wait and see. He's ended the MLS, heading into the MLS break quite well, hasn't he? FPL Aguero's team. I like it. I like that. I do think that is quite a good team. Yeah, I'm on board with that. I can get behind that one, mate. That's a pretty decent, steady team. Tweaked earlier, but did some changes for ultra low ownership. Start with matchday 2 wildcard, 8 players under 5%. Yeah, that explains why you've obviously got the... I mean, if you go to matchday 2 wildcard, though, why... Like, I get, like, Boca aren't the most amazing team. Like, I know they had a pretty terrible year last year. But I think if you're wildcarding in 2, there should be a lot more players focused on easier fixtures. Like, there's better fixtures to target than the Boca one, in my opinion. Especially if you're going to be wildcarding in matchday 2. That's just kind of where I sit on that one. Obviously, the cheap goalkeeper pairing that I had, I don't mind that. Very nice back line. Again, people really loving Benfica. And I'm not 100% convinced that their numbers are, like, exceptional. Let me bring up the 11-ify data. Let's have a look. We're all Benfica on here for the projected goals for match day 1. Can anybody see them? 1.90 is not good. Like, Juventus, Flamengo, Inter, Chelsea, Real Madrid, City, Bayern Munich are all above them and would be where I would be looking to target before we even start considering Benfica. Match day 2, 100%. But like I said, with there only being a -3, Jamie made an absolutely fantastic point as well about players also picking up 1 more point for completing the basic actions. If a player does anything, you're pretty much going to be earning that minus back. We've got such large one-sided games as well. I do think you've got to be looking who are the best teams to target in each match day. Play it quite aggressive. Now, that goes against what we usually do with FPL, where we're quite conservative. And I would say that's a little bit more like an investment simulator. If you're steadily building up value, you steadily move into players with good fixtures. This is very much a short, snappy tournament. It's get out the blocks fast, attack the weak teams. That's going to be the play. And that's the way I would recommend playing this game, to be honest. There is the Al Ali goalkeeper at 4.1 million as well. He could be a pretty decent option if you wanted to go for him. Andy's in the chat. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well. Let's get back to plugging through some of these. Of course, guys, if you are enjoying today's stream, make sure you are liking it. See if we can try and get to 50 likes. That would be appreciated. Provided Courtois misses the group stage with his injury, I might go with this. Second match day, sell Elise plus to Barcola. Yeah, makes sense. Plus Artoglu, but Barcola, if he stays under 5%, is tempting. Brandt also going lower in ownership past few days. Interesting to see if he gets minus 5%. Could do. He could do. I think a lot of people have switched off Brandt, especially some of the managers that I've been speaking to. They've switched away from Brandt. But I like this. I think this is a good team. I do like this. I think this is a really, really good team. I like the use of Palmer on the 12th man as well. That's something I think maybe I should be considering. Haaland, Mbappe, Kane as your front three. Palmer as the 12th man could be a tasty little... I like this. I really, really like this team. I think this is good. Built for the first 2 match days, wildcard in 3, leaning towards the 12th man, match day 1 on Mbappe or Guirassy. I'd be more tempted to go Mbappe. I think he's higher up in terms of the predicted points I've seen so far from certain models. So I probably would go Mbappe on that one rather than Guirassy. Rest of the team though looks decent. It does look decent, mate. Guerrero, I'm iffy on. I'm a little bit iffy on. Like if Bayern are 7-0 up in the 60, does he make 60? You know what I mean? Does he make 60? Is the big question. Khalid has sent his team in. Yeah, pretty decent across the board again. No complaints with that one. I think the 12th man should be used on a player that you can't otherwise like manage to get in the team. So like a very high expensive player, so an Mbappe, Haaland, and maybe an extra Bayern player, a Messi. I think that makes sense. Again, another pretty decent team. Yeah, I like that. I think you've got to look at your captain. You can obviously switch around your captain, so just whack that on Kane. You'll be fine. Luke's team, Musiala with the 12th man. Again, we're still waiting to find out what actually is happening with Musiala, but I don't mind using the 12th man on him too much. Rest of the team, pretty template, a lot of the picks, and I understand why. A lot of people liking Lucas Ribeiro, aren't they? And I get it. It is a really, really good fixture, and his stats for this season have been very, very good. So I do understand it. Again, yeah, it's very similar to my team, so I can't complain. Only problem I would swap out would be Dembele. DeMarco is prone to potentially a pre-60 minute sub, so that would be one I'd maybe look at. I personally don't like Madueke. Marquinhos for match day 1 again, probably not. Kim seems quite expensive. Courtois, I don't know whether or not he's actually going to be fit and available for match day 1 either. Next up, Cucurella's a really good pick if you're looking to get into that Chelsea defence. I don't mind that as a pickup. Igor Jesus as well could be a really nice differential pick at 4.1 million. That could be decent. Oh god, Alex, the gaming's giving me like... can you guys see that? Yeah, you can see it now. Koeman looks like he could be on his way out, so that's probably the only one I would maybe be a little bit unsure of. Double Benfica defence. Again, not selling it. Julian Alvarez, there are plenty of better forwards for match day 1. Yes, his match day 2 and 3 fixtures are good, but match day 1, definitely not. There's so many better picks that you can go for. We did Luke's team already. Right, let's quickly have a look what's kicking off in the chat. Do you think Enzo could be better? Enzo could be a really, really good pickup. I don't mind Enzo, sorry. Do you think I should use a chip in match day 1? Yes. I would highly recommend using all the chips across the group stage. It's such a short tournament. It's not like FPL. You need to be aggressive early out the doors with this game. Be aggressive, play your chips. That's the tactic, really. I think Franco's pretty much confirmed going like Madrid, isn't he? I can't see why you'd go Juve over Madrid. I think he'll go Madrid. I think Marmoush could be a pick to cover the City attack. I just don't know where he slots in. I just really, really don't know where he slots in. So, yeah. 12th man is the best for match day 1. Match day 1 or match day 2 would be where I would look to play my 12th man. I'm doing it this way because in match day 2, there are just so many good pickups where I'd be like, okay. So, let's look at the match day 2 fixtures, right? In terms of captaincy picks, right? Where you potentially would have players on the same day. So Atletico Madrid could have some decent captaincy potential against Seattle Sounders. PSG, Botafogo, Benfica against Auckland. Like, there's some picks already. This day, Bayern against Boca, if you've still got some of those. Like, you might still have like a Kane or an Elise knocking round. They could be good pickups there. Dortmund against Sundowns. Inter versus Red Diamonds. Good captaincy potential in that one. Juventus versus Casablanca. Real Madrid. Like, there's so many good ones. And then City, Al Ahly. Like, you might forget. You might actually just go to bed before this one is. Like, you might own Haaland. Forget to change your captain from earlier in the day. And just go to bed. But at least with a max captain, like, you're covering it off. You know what I mean? So, that's why I feel good about the max captainship. That is why I'd personally go for it. I mean, if you've already got Cambiasso and De Gregor, I probably won't go for the triple up. No, I don't think there's any necessary need for that. Going for the low ownership and matchday 2 wildcard. Amiemi could be Palmer. Great content. Keep it up. Nice. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Amiemi's looked quite good in the game today so far, though. I like this as a team, though. I like it. Boom. Cooper Myers has had a really disappointing season for Juve, so don't think I'd probably look at him as a pickup for that one. What we got with this one? Again, I like it. I think it's a really, really well-balanced team. Is Pavlidis the best shout, though, for a forward for this week on his own? I think maybe you move to him in matchday 2, not matchday 1. But again, if you fancy him against Boca and you think he's going to do bits, then go for it. We'll wildcard in matchday 3. Again, it's just a decent team. I need to see what the bookmakers odds are for this. What are the bookmakers saying for this game? Like, if Benfica are heavy favourites, then yeah, maybe we do look at it. Where are they? Where are Benfica? Like, it's not one of the bigger margins we're going to see in this tournament. Let me tell you that. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can. That is not one of the bigger margins in the tournament. It's not. Like, look at this Flamingo one here. 10-1. Dortmund 7. River Plate even have a bigger margin. City have a massive margin, by the way, 34. Al Hilal here, Real Madrid. Juventus as well. Like, there's just so many better teams, I think. Like, I would rather have Rolo, whatever his name is, from Juve. Where is he? Kolo Muani. I'd rather have Kolo Muani for the opening 2 games. I genuinely think he'll do more than Pavlidis will in the opening 2. The Auckland game could be the big swayer, but again, I think you've got to have then at that point. Right, let's keep ploughing through. What's kicking off in the chat? Let's have a look. Is a Bayern defender, Kim, any good for this game? He's under 5%. He's not bad, but I don't know what his fitness status is, and I don't think Jamie does either. Someone just said Kim's out to mid-July. Yeah, probably wouldn't go near him then. But yeah, right. I think we're near the bottom of this this initial set, to be honest. Like I said, if you are enjoying today's stream, make sure you are liking it. We're trying to hit 50 likes on the stream. And it would be great if we could absolutely smash through that. So do keep it coming. Keep the likes coming in. If, of course, you want to see more Club World Cup content as well, make sure you're hitting subscribe. We'll be doing some deadline streams. We'll be doing some more videos throughout this week as well, running into the game. I'm also playing the fan team ones as well for these games. Right, this is the final one we've got here, and then we'll move on to the other ones that have been sent in because we've had some more notifications pop through. Rossi I like as a pick. Good team. Genuinely a good team. Yeah, I'm trying to find a problem with it. maybe that one, maybe go a little bit more aggressive match day 1. Then bring him back for match day 2. I don't know. But yeah, I think people maybe aren't as aggressive as I'm going to be. Like, I'm going to make 4 transfers, maybe even 5 transfers heading into match day 2. I'm happy to take a -9. I think there's going to be big upswings in doing that. It's a big dick swinger move, but yeah. What else have we got down here? We've got one more team. Jorgensen, I don't know what the situation is going to be with the Chelsea goalkeepers. Obviously looking at Mayan. Sanchez is still there. I probably would just avoid that position altogether from Chelsea. And then they've got Dembele, who is rumoured to be out for the group stage. So yeah, there you go. Right, let's have a look what's been sent in recently. We did that one. We did that one. Done that one. Andy's team. Here's Andy's team. Blanco. I don't know if I go double Boca defence. I think there's definitely better defences to invest in my personal opinion. Triple Boca as well does seem a little bit extreme, considering it's not the easiest game they've got. Like, their easiest game is match day 3, isn't it? So yeah, I don't think I'd do that. I don't mind the double Flamingo, that's fine. But yeah, I think I'd maybe look at this triple Boca. I think there's better fixtures to obviously look at. Ricky Ricardo has sent his team in as well. Some nice differentials in here, especially in the back line. Like I said, we spoke about this with the stream with Fran. And we basically said, like, pretty much that we want to go for defenders that either are good attackers, that we already know are very good attackers, your Hakimis, your Dumfries, your Gvardiols. Or if you're picking a centre-back, pick one that is under 5% owned. If you can find maybe like a team that's got high odds of like clean sheet data, then I would highly recommend looking at the under 5% assets. Same with like Juve. They've got good clean sheet data over the opening 2, and Kelly is under 5% owned, so I definitely would be looking at him as a pickup. Stanic, if he's going to be confirmed playing for the first game, could be a decent one. Dean Huijsland could also be a great shout if he's going to be playing games for them. Cambiasso is a very good one, but I think yeah, at 4.8, he could be, if he stays under 5, could be a great shout. I don't think I did Snacks. I'm seeing him complain in the chat, so yeah, let me go and do it now, mate. Again, it's a pretty template team. I've seen it quite a few times. I'm not 100% convinced about Guerrero as a pick, but each to their own. The rest of the team, though, yeah, I think it's just a solid side, isn't it? Very, very solid side. Do keep your teams getting sent in to me. We'll stay alive for a little bit. Did we do all the ones in this one? Did we do that one? I don't think I've seen this one. Rico Lewis I don't like as a pick. Would not be selecting him. They're obviously going to get 8 Nuri as well. Didn't really finish the season too strong. So yeah, I wouldn't go for Rico Lewis. Jamie's team, here it is. Ooh, okay. I think maybe going. I don't think you need to go for Doué in the opening game. I think there's going to be higher probable picks with better likelihood of scoring in match day 1 and pick him up for match day 2. That would be where I'd sit on him. Same with Bellingham. I don't really like Bellingham as a pick. Doesn't really do too much for me as an option. Again, I think there's better talisman you can get with good opening match day 1 or match day 2 fixtures rather than going for Bellingham. Did we do this one? I feel like I might have potentially done this one. And we did Andy's. And we did this one as well. Cool. I think that is everybody's done. If I have missed it, I do apologise. I'll try and flick through the chat and make sure we can see it at some point. But yeah, that was everything there that I could see. That was everybody's team that I could potentially see there. This is the thing, right, with the big teams resting players. I get it to a certain extent. Yeah, they might. But there's a lot of money on the line with this tournament. And I think that is obviously the narrative that people are drilling home. There's a lot of money. And you also pick up 2 million per win. For winning the FA Cup, you pick up about I think it's like 1.5 million. So they're going to try and win these games to pick up as much money to help them pretty much with PSR this summer. It's gonna be the way that I did it. I couldn't see any more, Raphael. Maybe try and send it me again. Make sure you're following me on Twitter as well, because sometimes they don't pull through all at the same time. Please rate my team. I don't have X, Armani, Marchand, Colwell, Guerrero, Tellez. Yeah, I like it. Obviously, we're just going to have to wait and see on news regarding Musiala for the 12-man one. I mean, you could just keep the money in the bank, though, Jamie, rather than have Bellingham. Like, you could just pick, like, somebody like Diarasa, I believe it's pronounced Diarasa, who is a talisman on penalties, free kicks, and having a great start to the season. And then, obviously, just keep that money in the bank and make the move. I think you've just got to be playing very, very aggressive. Cool, man. Thank you for sending it again. We'll go and take a look in a second. Like a symphony, making me go. If you want to send me a team, head over to my Twitter at FPLTom_, and we'll review a few more in the next 5 minutes. Who's the cheap punts that are sticking out? Cool, I can work through those. Cheap punts that I like at the moment. Kelly, defensively, under 2.4%, 4.7 million. 2 great fixtures. Bang. Nabry at 8 million, under 5%. If he's in the predicted lineups, could be a great shout. Giorgio Diarasa could also be a decent one on penalties, free kicks, corners, and the talisman, and is having a great one. Francisco Mora is obviously the popular one that people are looking at 4.1%. Samu as well, 4.2%, 4.2 million, sorry. Really, really cheap player to go and pick up. In terms of some other ones as well, there's some other ones that I've seen kicking about. There's a guy for let me go through team by team. That might be the better way to do it. Al Ali, you have got... Where is he? Not forward. All, please. You have got Hani, who could be decent at 4.3. Iman Ashur at 4.7. And then I believe they've got a forward in here as well, who's at 4 million. Or am I making that up? Someone let me know if I'm making that up, but I think they've got a forward in here somewhere. Trezeguet's just coming at 4 million as well. But I believe they had a 4 million forward. It's this guy, right? This guy? Someone will let me know in the comments as well. But yeah, there's some of my favourite picks to go and have a look at. Botafogo have got some decent gems as well that are pretty cheap if you want to obviously target their opening fixture against Seattle. Alex Tellez, definitely a player I do like as an option for that opening fixture. So yeah, there's some decent ones. Right, we've had some more sent in, so let's take a look at these. FPL Tom, rate it. I'm interested for another Chelsea attacker, but at Dortmund at the moment, I preferred Darasa. I have 7.3 million in the bank. 7.3 million in the bank. Right, I would be getting rid of Mora because he technically plays as a wing back. So he probably would be the one that I would look to get rid of. Now, I think you probably... No Kane in here is an absolute crime, by the way. Kane has got to be in everybody's team, for my personal opinion. He is the best captain option for match day 1. The talisman of that Bayern side, everything, usually goes through him, and he's got some sort of involvement in it. So, first off, you've got to have Kane. Have Kane in here, then we'll look at the other bits. But yeah, you've got to be having Kane in here. Benfica fan, I also got to back my boys. Di Maria is playing his last few games with us, an Argentina rival to his. Nice. He's also coming clutch in tournaments. Okay, nice. Dal. Okay, so this guy's given us a little bit of context for the Benfica one, the Benfica picks. Di Maria, Pavlidis, and Dahl, who's apparently been playing as a winger but listed as a defender in this game. Okay, might have to go and do a little bit of digging on that one. I'm not a big fan of the Bernardo Silva pick. I think there's better talisman that you can get. I know it's a good fixture, but yeah, I do think there are better talisman to go and pick up, in my opinion. Joel has sent his team across. Thank you very much, Joel. Who's on the bench? I can't quite see your bench, but Dumfries, Mbappe, De Gregor. Yeah, pretty solid team across the board there. No real complaints with that one. Yeah, that's a pretty one. Yep, we're still waiting to find out what's actually happening with Franco. So apparently he's going to Real Madrid. This guy, by the way, is a fantastic enabler if he stays. Now, there's been talks that some tweets that I've seen are suggesting that he'll be allowed to play for River Plate in the Club World Cup and link up with Xavi Alonso in July. Then there are other reports saying that he's going to be going straight to Madrid. If he goes to Madrid, that is a problem, because he is one of the best 4.3 million enablers I think we're ever going to get. On penalties, free kicks, corners, yeah, the lot. Gnabry has been finishing the season up top, but I think he will play because Coman and Sane are currently about leaving. We'll have to wait and see when the lineups start coming out from reliable sources, like predicted lineups and stuff like that. And if they're looking good and Gnabry's in them, I definitely think he's worth a gamble at 8 million. Yeah, that might be the play. That might be the play then, Abby. Try and find a cheap defender with good clean sheet odds that is under 5% is the way that I would look at that one. Right, we're going to finish up. We've been live for about 50 minutes. So, yeah, thank you for everybody that has come out. If you do want to see another one of these as well, do let me know in the comments and we'll get some more done. Let me know on Twitter as well if you want to obviously see more of these videos. But yeah, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed just kind of, chatting about my team, chatting about the plans and stuff. And, yeah, just having a little bit of a chinwag about the new game and stuff. So, of course, if you want to see more Club World Cup content, make sure you are liking all the streams and stuff like that. It is massively appreciated. But yeah, I will be live probably again some point before the deadline. And then there will be a deadline stream as well. But thank you very much for watching today, ladies and gentlemen. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And good luck in match day 1.